Good morning, good morning, good morning. All your good morning, good morning, good morning. Bless up your whole selves on this wonderful Wednesday morning. Thank you so much for tuning in to Good Morning Grenada. Always a pleasure to have you, whichever part of the world you are this morning. Thank you so much for tuning in to Good Morning Grenada. Those of you on the GBN, Grenada Broadcasting Network's Facebook page, the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel, the website www.gbn.gd, GBN TV channel 7, 11, and 20. Good morning to the listeners of Classic 105.5, 105.9, and the folks on Party Grenada and Go to Fet Facebook pages. It's a good day to have a good day, no matter how it started for us. It was an adventurous start for us here at the GBN. Last looks, I could laugh at it now. Good morning, everybody. No matter how the day starts, make up your mind to have a good day. It would start shaky, it would start adventurous, it may start by jumping the fence, but nevertheless, you're in the land of the living. Give thanks for all his mercies, give thanks for his praises and blessings, and make up your mind to have a better rest of the day than how the day started. So good morning to each and every one of you. Those of you joining us across the Caribbean, whichever part of the region you are, a spicy Grenadian 473 morning to you. And those of you joining us internationally, good morning, good afternoon, good night. Hope you will have a good day, are having a good day, have had a good day. Bless up your whole selves. Let's get right into it. It's time for this morning's word of the day. This morning's word of the day is importunate. Importunate. It's spelled IMPORTUNATE. Importunate. It is an adjective which means troublesomely urgent, overly persistent in request or demand, or troublesome. Importunate has been part of the English language since the 16th century, and the synonymous importune arrived even earlier in the 15th century. The seemingly superfluous inclusion of the suffix ate, ate, in importunate is a bit mysterious. One theory is that English speakers modeled the adjective after words like obstinate. Importune and importunate come from the Latin word which means not, and importunus can be contrasted with the Latin word which shares its meaning with and is the ancestor of our importune, which means suitable or timely. The word of the day this morning is importunate. IMPORTUNATE, an adjective which means troublesomely urgent, overly persistent in request or demand. An example of the use of the word: it seems apt that in the play's first scene, an importunate young customer asked the barber he so rudely awakened to give him a cut. Another example of the use of the word: but when I spoke to him, he allowed lies. When I spoke to her, he allowed that when you see people in their homes with their noisy children and importunate pets struggling to stay focused and upbeat, you have a different kind of empathy for your co-workers. That's the word of the day this morning. Importunate, IMPORTUNATE, an adjective which means troublesomely urgent, overly persistent in request or demand. So when the child or the children hitting mommy, 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 he or she is being importunate, troublesomely urgent. That's importunate. All right, let's see what the thought of today is as you go about this wonderful Wednesday. The thought of the day is: we never meet people by accident. Everyone is meant to cross our path for a reason. We never meet people by accident. Everyone is meant to cross our path for a reason. Big facts. It doesn't matter what that reason is. It could be good or bad. It could be a reason for tomorrow, please the Lord, a reason for 10 years from now. They could be in your lives for a short period of time or for a lifetime. They all have a purpose in your life, in your existence. Sometimes we may not see it immediately, but afterwards, things start to make sense. So no matter what kind of person they are, what kind of emotions they bring to your life, they're there for a reason. They were meant to cross your path. We never meet people by accident. Everyone is meant to cross our path for a reason. Think about it and all you'll realize are coming through with the big facts, important facts, factual facts. Everyone is meant to cross our path for a reason, good or bad or indifferent. Everyone is meant to cross our path for a reason. All right, let's see what is celebrated today, May 12th, 2021. Today it is International Nurses Day. A round of applause. International Nurses Day, observed every year on May 12th. It's celebrated, the first time it was celebrated was in 1965. In 1974, May 12th was chosen to celebrate the day as it is the birth anniversary of Florence Nightingale, the founder of modern nursing. International Nurses Day. The theme for this year is Nurses, a Voice to Lead, a Vision for Future Healthcare. That's the theme for the 2021 celebration. So good morning to all ALK, all our nurses across the Tri-Island, across the region and the rest of the world. Bless up all your whole selves. There's not many people that can do what you do, including Blossom. You have to have patience. Blossom don't have that. You have to be able to give an injection. Blossom cannot do that. You have to be able to draw blood sometimes. Blossom cannot do that. You see, you have a reason for being a nurse. Not everything is for everybody. So good morning to all the nurses this morning. We appreciate you. We give you a hard time, especially those of you at the General Hospital in the emergency, accident and emergency. But nevertheless, we appreciate you. Happy International Nurses Day to all our nurses across the Tri-Island, mainland, the General Hospital. Those of you at Princess Alice, Princess Royal, good morning, Carriacou. I am expecting to facilitate the matron at the Princess Royal Hospital for this morning's Good morning, Carriacou, in about half an hour as we celebrate International Nurses Day. So don't worry, Sister Isles, I have all it covered this morning. Alrighty, so happy International Nurses Day. And just before we go to the news, just as a heads up for the motorists, especially those of you in the Monkpanasas area, the traffic department has advised that effective this morning, one lane of traffic on the Coconut Monkpanasas public road will be opened to vehicular traffic, or should I say will be closed. So one lane on Coconut Monkpanasas public road will be closed effective today for a period of 1 week in the first instance, and the Ministry of Work says this is to remove a large boulder in the vicinity. So take note, those of you who use that area, expect traffic delays with one line moving at a time. That's for the residents that use the Coconut Monkpanasas public road. One lane will be closed to vehicular traffic for a period of a week as the Ministry of Works removes a large boulder in the vicinity. So keep that in mind. All right, now let's get ready for the morning edition of news. For those of you on our visual platforms and those of you on radio, we bring you highlights of last evening's newscast. It's Good Morning Grenada on a wonderful Wednesday, an interesting start to this wonderful Wednesday. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
See the savings with Spice Isle Optical. Don't break the bank to get your focals. Classy, affordable eyewear. Service optimal. Our experienced technician works like a magician. Trust your sight with our company's vision, where your satisfaction is ever our mission. Mobile services, family packages, economical prices. Spice Isle Optical is where the deal is. Spice Isle Optical is located in Queen's Park, St. George's. For more information, contact us at 449-1588 or 440-0353.
Understanding our ocean is education for life. Encourage your students to learn about marine life, water quality, sea level rise. Let them explore sciences. Encourage them through field trips and scholarships. The more they know, the better they can protect our oceans from litter and climate change. Let them rise to the challenge. The ocean is our responsibility, their inheritance, their future.
This message brought to you by the OECS Commission with funding from the government of Norway. Hamlet, tackling ocean pollution from turf to surf.
As Grenada welcomes more flights and visitors to the island, health officials say the risk of having a COVID-19 outbreak has now increased. More on this, Theresa Thomas reports.
Grenada has recently seen a great increase in international flights as visitors slowly return to the island, with the tourism sector hoping to resume UK flights in June 2021. Health Minister Nicholas Steele says this creates a new concern as just over 15,000 people are fully vaccinated in Grenada, adding that the low number leaves the island exposed to a COVID-19 outbreak. Steele says the general public has dropped the ball on all COVID-19 protocols. With the country still far away from herd immunity, everyone is at risk.
And significantly on that end is where we are seeing the increase. The region expects sometime in June, I believe, but that's still being discussed, direct flights from the UK. A significant number of people in the UK are vaccinated as well. So that does assist. But yes, as long as people are coming into Grenada, whether it is Grenadians returning home, Grenadians who have found it necessary to have to leave for medical reasons, visit family, whatever it is, and they return, yes, that's how COVID-19 spreads, with the movement of people. And as long as we have a low percentage of individuals vaccinated, we continue to have a high risk of outbreak in Grenada.
With over 10,000 vaccines still available, carrying a lifespan of up to June, the health minister says that if they are left to expire, this can affect Grenada's ability to obtain replacement vaccines.
And also, certain facilities like the COVAX are going to be a bit slower to respond to us because, especially if by the end of June we have not used all of the vaccines that they have allocated to us. You will see other countries in the region like Trinidad or Barbados that have a much higher vaccine uptake, getting their second shipment from COVAX before we possibly get our shipment from COVAX because of our slow vaccine uptake. So what we are actually end up doing as a people united is delaying our ability to get out of COVID-19.
The health minister is encouraging all to take the AstraZeneca jab by May 14th.
What we just need to be sure of is each one tell one, each one bring one. We need everybody, not just all of our doctors, all of our police officers, all of our hospitality sector. We need 60,000. There is no specific sector in Grenada that's just 60,000 alone. That means we need all of us to be vaccinated. We need to recognize if we have someone at home who is at high risk, and therefore we need to be vaccinated. We need to recognize that there are some of us who cannot take the vaccine, that may want to and need to take the vaccine and should. So anyone under 18 cannot take the vaccine. So we have to do what is right to safeguard them.
Health Minister Nicholas Steele was speaking at government's weekly media briefing. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear Thomas reporting.
It's now declared that COVID-19 is an airborne illness. The update has come from the Center for Disease Control. The CDC says the virus can be spread through the air via very fine droplets and particles from an infected person who is more than 6 feet away. Beverly Telesford reports.
Since October, the Centers for Disease Control, CDC, said there is a risk of airborne transmission of COVID-19. On Friday, U.S. federal health officials revised its coronavirus guidance to acknowledge that people can get infected by inhaling very fine aerosolized particles carrying the virus. The CDC says that there have been instances when people were infected with COVID-19 despite maintaining physical distance from others. For example, if people spend a prolonged period of time, from 15 minutes to hours, in a space, the virus can linger in the air and infect someone else who walks through it. Or in situations where people are shouting, singing, or breathing heavily, that can increase the risk of transmission. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles explained the revised guidance.
That COVID is airborne, it simply means that the virus remains suspended in the air on very tiny particles that can linger for a longer period of time and that can travel on air currents a longer distance.
The CMO says because of the new developments, it is imperative that Grenadians take the wearing of their masks seriously.
What does it mean for us? It means that persons need to wear their masks. Those particles need to make their way into the air. They do that when persons cough and sneeze and talk and sing and laugh without wearing a mask. All right, to combat the spread by aerosols or by airborne means, it means that persons have to wear a mask. So it means that the person in the room with you that does not have a mask, or the person who was in the room a short while before, if that person was infected and they put those aerosols in the air, they are the one that contaminated the entire room. All right, that is what it means. It means that we have to be more disciplined with mask wearing.
The CDC's previous guidance said infections were acquired mainly through close contact from person to person, including between people who are physically near each other within about 6 feet. But it did not specify the airborne threat of the virus. For GBN News, Beverly Tellisford.
Members of the public will soon witness increased police presence throughout the island as the lawmen are expected to fully enforce all COVID-19 protocols. We get the details in this report.
Grenadians who fail to adhere to any COVID-19 protocols, which include not wearing a face mask or covering, should expect to face the consequences stipulated by law. So says Superintendent Fanny Cohen, head of the Community Relations Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force on Tuesday. Superintendent Cohen announced that more officers will be seen on the streets, checking businesses and bus loading stations to ensure that all protocols are followed.
Yes, as part of the visibility of our enforcement, you're going to see stricter enforcement on mask adherence. As I indicated, if you go to St. George's now, several persons are walking around without wearing the mask. As I indicated before, we have been very tolerant. We have been speaking a lot. We have been encouraging people to wear the mask. But based on what we are hearing now from the medical experts, it becomes critically important for us to again enforce the mask regulations. And to answer your question definitively, there are going to be tickets for masks. There are going to perhaps, be arrests for violations that are continuing, and you can expect to see, stricter enforcement of the regulations based on what we're hearing and based on where we're heading.
The superintendent gave a keen reminder to Grenadians that the island is still under a state of emergency and encourages everyone to be guided accordingly.
We urge our people to return to the wearing of masks and face covering in public. We ask that they maintain social distancing protocols, that continue to sanitize, respect the hours of the curfew, apply to the Commissioner of Police for permission to host events and gathering beyond 20 persons, whether that event is a beach party or a private home. We all have our parts to play, and if we play it well, we are confident that we will return to normalcy sooner rather than later.
Superintendent Cohen was speaking at government's weekly post-cabinet briefing. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear Thomas reporting.
The Grenadian Citizen by Investment program has been rocked by another resignation of a top official within the organization. Chairman Senator Christopher Diali handed in his resignation as chairman. The resignation was confirmed by the Senator Diali, who declined to further comment when pressed by GBN for the reason for the resignation. His exit follows the resignation of another top executive, Percival Clouden, who resigned as Chief Executive Officer in February. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell says optimism remains that the tourism industry will rebound and recover in the not-too-distant future. He struck an optimistic note as he delivered the feature address at the UNDP's regional dialogue themed "The Future of Tourism, What's Next?" With safety of the people as a main focus in tourism's recovery process, Prime Minister Mitchell impresses that countries which demonstrate good COVID-19 management and ease of entry protocols will undoubtedly be included on the list of preferred destinations for visitors. We get more in this report from Gerard Joseph.
Grenada being on a list of 6 countries for potential travelers to visit, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell is encouraging his regional colleagues to lobby to increase their ratings with the UK and the US. Prime Minister Mitchell says this will be key to growing the Caribbean's global market share. He also joins the chorus of experts who have been calling for the promotion of intra-travel within the region.
One such initiative would be reducing the travel tax and making the cost of airline tickets more affordable. However, this must be a collaborative effort among all the islands. In other words, if 1 or 2 countries choose to reduce their tax on tickets and the rest do not, it will not have the effect that we want to increase travel to the entire region, and that those countries that by themselves do it will just lose revenue.
The Prime Minister says the vision for the future of tourism in the region should have a greater emphasis on heritage tourism, noting the Caribbean's rich history and culture. The locally owned small tourism-oriented businesses, he says, can become a tool for the recovery of the tourism sector.
And the small business sector, as you mentioned, whether it's in fact the area of the marketing of our local products made by our culture persons, and of course our vendors, with all this, in the case of Grenada, the spices and all the different things that you can have. All this will promote development and revenue and support to some of the most vulnerable people in our society. In other words, we cannot go wrong going in that direction.
Prime Minister Mitchell highlights community tourism in Grenada and the rest of the region will continue to be a major focus as tourism slowly returns. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Back. Some semblance of normal is on the cards for several Vincentian families. Some of them are returning to their former homes. However, the Vincentian government may have to find alternative accommodation for some families. The alert level for the Last of Rain volcano was reverted to orange about 5 days ago. Nevertheless, director of the UE Seismic Research Center is saying an eruption can still take place without warning. Chrislina John reports.
Over 25,000 persons have been displaced as a result of the Last of Rain explosive eruption on April 9th. 15,000 still in shelters, not knowing when or if they will return to where they once called home. But just how far along are Vincentians in terms of their recovery? Carriacou Operations Support Team Leader deployed through SEDIMA, Superintendent Sylvan McIntyre, spoke with GBN earlier today.
Definitely with regards to people returning, some persons will not be able to return permanently because they've lost their homes. Others may not be able to return because of the psychological impact it is continuing to have. So the government currently, they're trying to identify other settlement areas for the rebuilding stage where people can be relocated. The government has not, at this point, outside of declaring a disaster zone, has not totally cut the areas off or made a statement regarding permanent settlement. But what has been said is that it is a danger area, and we know for sure that some persons will not be able to relocate or they will not be able to return to the areas that were affected by the eruption.
As assessments continue, McIntyre further explained that the green light has been given for persons to occupy parts of the orange zone, while other areas remain inaccessible due to heavy ashfall accumulation.
Everyone is expected to be out of shelters, but there are some areas that are inaccessible at this point. It is too dangerous for some people to go. As a matter of fact, the scientists have maintained the restriction for the red zones. The only persons that are given limited permission to enter the red zones are the emergency and critical utility companies to go into those areas to do some form of repair and put in some form of infrastructure work so that people could return.
Are lessons other islands such as Grenada can learn from the St. Vincent experience, Superintendent McIntyre explains.
Of the seismic challenge and hazards that we are exposed to in the Caribbean, Grenada in particular, it is saying to us that we need to revisit our response mechanism, our preparedness structures, our information relative to how people should deal with that, our coping mechanism and structures in place to include physical facilities, how they have been built, how they are intended to accommodate, and our evacuation plans and policies to include transportation, not just internal, but how we can integrate and move to other territories if we have to.
Dr. Theresa Joseph, Director of the University of the West Indies Seismic Research Center, provides this update via telephone on the activity presently at La Soufrière.
Seismic activity at La Soufrière St. Vincent has remained low since the tremor associated with the explosion and ash venting on the 22nd of April. The volcano continues to be in a state of unrest, with escalation in activity can take place with little or no warning. In the last 24 hours, there's been no recorded earthquakes. Caution should be taken in traversing river valleys on the volcano due to the increased risk of lahars during periods of rainfall.
Christina John, GBN News.
Was gold actually found in the La Soufrière ash deposits? The answer to this question was put into context during an exclusive interview with Carriacou Operations Support Team Leader deployed through Sidima on the island, Superintendent Sylvan McIntyre, on Tuesday.
The statement was made, and I think misconstrued to an extent that one can go to do gold finding at the volcano itself. I think what came through, what was expressed, was the existence of aspect of that could be found within the deep confines of the substance that came from the volcano. So I don't think it should be read to be understood that there's a gold mine somewhere within the La Soufrière that people should go searching for it. I think the person who made the statement came back to make some other kinds of explanation to us at one of our meetings recently. So yes, the statement was made, but it is not to be taken into the context where people should try to go gold mining.
But just who gave the initial report on the findings? McIntyre explains.
One of the international agencies who are responsible for sifting through the ash deposits for the impact and its chemical and biological composition did indicate that there was some existence of some gold molecules or particles found in the survey.
Public Workers Union PRO Daisy Hazard says they will continue to lend their support to the Grenada Union of Teachers despite the apparent backlash it has received since the announcement of the union's latest action. The Grenada Union of Teachers served a 2-week notice to government highlighting that from Monday, May 17th, teachers would be taking their full lunch hour outside of the school compound. Hazard, a former educator, impresses on the significance of such an action.
And one of the most important times in the school day is the lunch break. This is when you really get to spend time with your students who might need some extra help. This is when you have to ensure that the child who didn't come to school with lunch, but is too shy or embarrassed to say, does not go hungry. This is when you get some time to mark some books. This is when you have to be so vigilant, because this is when fights may break out. This is when you may wonder, where's my little troublesome boy? Where did he go to this lunchtime? I told him don't go far because I want to keep him where I can see him, to ensure that he doesn't come back wounded and bleeding at 1 o'clock. And so during the lunchtime is a time of day that teachers don't get paid for. It's not contact teaching time, but teachers are so usually vigilant and militant during that time to safeguard our students.
She says it is lamentable that the GUT has to take such a decision.
Because as a teacher, as an educator, I know that there is no teacher that would undertake such an activity with an easy mind and an easy heart. But it has to be done. And you know, that brought me back, and it's bringing everybody back to 2008, 2019, when our government, with a lot of ego, huge overinflated ego, at the time, you know, salaries were docked and teachers and everybody's hurting, public servants hurting, and they said, well, we'll just open mass education centers. This person can teach geography, and this one can teach science, and that one can teach mathematics. And so we are going to open mass education centers. And at the time, I thought it was such an insult to the Grenadian people, such an insult to Grenadian children and to Grenadian parents, that we have school plans around our country, and you have a government that's saying, I have a disagreement with teachers, and rather than come to the table and sit to resolve this properly, I'm going to threaten and promise something that could never be done.
Ultratech gasoline and diesel, available only at Rubis stations.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 for 18-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Bruv. Hello? I can't see you. What's good? But I can't even hear you. Yo. Hello? Hello? Ah. Okay, I see. I'm good. I'm coming in. Ah. There you are.
Live the experience right now. Enjoy high-quality video calling today. Stream, upload, and share with Digicel super fast LTE network. Visit our stores today and live the experience today. Digicel.
How going on, boy? Hey, good old things. Hey, easy. Yeah. Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day. Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex or give them a call 440-1015 or 440-1016 or check out their website hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Trends come and go, but jewelry is forever in style. Give a gift that lasts a lifetime. Diamond Intercontinental have diamond jewelry, gold and silver jewelries, engagement rings, wedding bands, chains, bracelets, and so much more. They also carry brands such as Anne Klein and Guess. Why wait? Visit Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store at the Esplanade Mall. Call 440-231234. The number again, 232-1234.
Hey folks, you're invited to tune in to Grenada Music to the World program, hosted by Eugene Gittens on Saturday mornings from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on Classic Radio 105.5, 105.9, Hot FM 98.5, 98.7, GBN TV, and all their social media platforms. The only totally local music program in Grenada, representing all genres of music. So it's Green's Music to the World on Saturday mornings from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on GBN with the music icon himself, Mr. Eugene Gittens. See you then.
Hello everyone. I'm Godfrey Augustine. This is an invitation to join me this Wednesday for Release It as we go live on K105 FM, GBN Television 7 and 11, GBN's Facebook page and GBN's YouTube channel. Our discussion will be on the issue of treating as cited in the Representation of the People Act of Grenada, Section 89, 1 and 2, which deals with that issue. It is an election offense, and our guest on the program will be Attorney at Law Cara Shillingford from Dominica, Mr. Ruggles Ferguson from Grenada, and along with me will be Mr. Joseph Lane. Be sure to join us this Wednesday for this special edition of Release It as we deal with the election offense of treating. See you then.
See the world and let the world see you with the best brands on eyewear from Quartz Optical. Come in today and get free eye exams, free blue block, and up to 20% off frame and lens purchases. Need sunglasses? With any purchase, get up to 80% off your sunglasses. Plus, with Ready Finance, you can shop today and pay $0 for 30 days. Visit us today at Quartz Yonge Street or call us at 435-2958 or visit us online at www.quartzoptical.com. Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Terms and conditions apply.
GBN Television News at 7, a pulse on all things Grenadian. Look out for our new features through expanded synergies with our media partners in Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica, Trinidad, and beyond. Capturing the latest in news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Credible, informative. Thank you for making us number one. News at 7, live, Monday to Friday on GBN Television, Channel 7 and 11. K105.5 and 105.9, Hot 98.5 and 98.7, GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel, and www.gbn.gd. GBN, with you anywhere and everywhere. Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 for 18-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Fallage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Long ago, the strength of Grenadians was in their arms as they worked the lands to get food for the table. Nowadays, most Grenadians' plate is packed with lots of starch and meat, little or no vegetables, plenty fried foods, and they wash that down with something sweet while sitting in front of screen. Hard work and exercise seem to be out of style, and lifestyle diseases are becoming the fashion of the day and claiming many lives. Let's make a change to live longer. Let us grow and enjoy a variety of natural and safe, fresh vegetables and fruits every day. Use our local fresh seasoning and spices to make our traditional dishes healthier and avoid highly processed foods, snacks, and drinks. Drink more water every day to help your body function better. Get moving every day and trade some screen time to share and enjoy healthy family meals. Choose healthy foods and healthy lifestyle. Follow the healthy choices for healthy living guidelines for Grenadians.
Rubigas, clean, safe, and reliable LPG is the perfect solution for your commercial and everyday needs. For cooking at home or barbecuing, choose Rubigas LPG cylinders. Available in a variety of sizes from 20 to 100 pound cylinders. Rubigas LPG, clean, safe, reliable. Are you cooking with Rubigas? Get Rubis, get going.
Fingers down to the soles of your feet.
Can you spend wisely and have more savings? Yes, you can. Learn more with Money Matters on GBN Television. The Money Matters series explores 12 top ways to save money. In this series, you would learn how to save by setting up your spending money right. Save on vehicle loans, home improvement projects, your credit cards, and even on prescription drugs. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 7:15 for Money Matters, a lighthearted conversation with financial planner Tali Francis. Follow the rebroadcast on Thursdays at 6:50 p.m. and on Sundays at 7:30 p.m. Money Matters is a financial literacy public awareness program sponsored by Republic Bank Grenada.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
There's no better way to start your day than with me on Good Morning Grenada. Good Morning Grenada is your one-stop shop. We have information, education, entertainment, your bi-weekly traffic cam, and we link up with the sister isles of Carriacou and PT Martinique. Join me every 6:35 on weekdays for Good Morning Grenada. It's your daily dose of all things Grenadian, mixed with just a little bit of crazy.
Good morning, good morning.
I said just a little bit of crazy.
I tell all of the things that take me.
Good Morning Grenada, 6:35 a.m. on weekdays, available on all GBN platforms. Start your morning off right.
EC Polymer Notes, our new money.
Here's how you can detect genuine EC Polymer notes. Feel. Polymer notes feel smoother than the material from which paper notes are made. Also, the front of each note has raised bumps at the top left-hand corner. These bumps form shapes that are familiar to you. Look for the clear window at the front and back of each note. This window allows you to see through the notes. If you hold the notes up to the light, you'll see the value of the note in an area of plain colored print. Tilt. A holographic foil is on the $100, $50, and $20. The images move and their colors change when you tilt the notes. Remember, detecting genuine EC Polymer notes is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Feel, look, and tilt.
EC Polymer Notes. Cleaner, safer, stronger.
It is important to know what your road signs and markings means. The zigzag lines means you should not park in the marked area. Parking is allowed inside the solid white lines on the edge of the road. Remember, look out for pedestrians. Pedestrians, be sure the vehicle comes to a complete stop before crossing. These tips can save your life. These tips can make our roads safer for all users. Be safe, be seen, be smart. A message from the Traffic Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force.
My granddaughter.
You know, one day I woke up and, you know, they painted a set of pedestrian crossing all along the streets. You know, nobody told us how to use that thing properly.
I know how.
You're serious?
Every safe, good driver knows about these things. As a driver,
you have to be very attentive. You know you're coming up close to a pedestrian cross, you start slowing down immediately, looking to see if there's any pedestrian on the side getting ready to cross. If there is, you stop on the line that is a certain distance before the crosswalk. Then you would see the pedestrian put their hands out, looking directly at you, indicating that they are going to cross. And only when you have come to a complete stop, that is when they will quickly and safely cross to the other side. And then you continue happily on your journey.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact, wait for pedestrian to cross. Then you happily continue on your journey.
This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
Hello everyone, I'm Godfrey Augustine. This is an invitation to join me this Wednesday for Release It as we go live on K105 FM, GBN Television 7 and 11, GBN's Facebook page and GBN's YouTube channel. Our discussion will be on the issue of treating, as cited in the Representation of the People Act of Grenada, Section 89, 1 and 2, which deals with that issue. It is an election offense, and our guest on the program will be Attorney at Law Cara Shillingford from Dominica, Mr. Ruggles Ferguson from Grenada, and along with me will be Mr. Joseph Lane. Be sure to join us this Wednesday for this special edition of Release It as we deal with the election offense of treating. See you then.
Hey folks, you're invited to tune in to Grenada Music to the World program, hosted by Eugene Gittens on Saturday mornings from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on Classic Radio 105.5, 105.9, Hot FM 98.5, 98.7, GBN TV, and all their social media platforms. The only totally local music program in Grenada, representing all genres of music. So it's Green's Music to the World on Saturday mornings from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on GBN with the music icon himself, Mr. Eugene Gittens. See you then.
Yo, Carlos, we're going up in number one. Start up the boogie, boogie, boogie. Rev up the boogie, boogie, boogie. Yo, I'm blind, tell them this. Pass them my eyes.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada. I know we took a little while to come back. We were just sorting out some things, some technical things here with our guest for this morning. You know, once you hear the theme song, we're heading up to the Sister Isles. And this morning on International Nurses Day, our virtual guest, well, yes, it's virtual via telephone and all kind of thing that we're working out here, is the Senior Nursing Officer at the Princess Royal Hospital on the Sister Isle of Carriacou, Mrs. Theresa Hamlet. Good morning, Nurse Hamlet. How are you doing?
Morning, not too bad. I'm happy to celebrate International Nurses Day.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Nurse. We appreciate it. So let's get into it. It's International Nurses Day. First, let's talk about the significance of this day for our nurses and specifically those of you on the Sister Islands.
The significance of International Nurses Day is to observe and appreciate all nurses around the world for their dedication, their commitment in the nursing profession. Especially in the corona pandemic, nurses perform imperative role medically, such as safety and assist in healing patients. Nurses perform the duty 24 hours to meet the requirements of patients. Nurses deliver the best healthcare service in the world. Nurses is a because nurses is a noble profession. We take nurses seriously, and nurses is the best, as I say, noble profession. We have many roles. Nurses are unique. Many roles, one profession. Nurses are caregivers. Nurses are communicator. Nurses are teacher. Nurses are advocate. Nurses are leader. Nurses are manager. Nurses are researcher. A motivator. And without a nurse, lives cannot be saved as much as possible.
So talk to us about the nurses on the sister Isle of Carriacou's Princess Royal, how you've been able to, or how you will be able to celebrate International Nurses Day. What are the activities that you have scheduled?
Firstly, we commenced a church service at the Seventh-day Adventist Church at Leicester. They had a great attendance with the nurses. The team was nurses, a voice to lead. Nurses, a voice to lead, and nurses, a voice to lead, and nurses for future healthcare.
And how important is that theme for our nurses?
Because of Florence Nightingale, this was the day she was a founder of Florence Nightingale was the founder of philosophy of modern nursing. The event established in 1974 by International Council of Nurses, and this served to highlight the important role nurses fulfill in the healthcare. Florence Nightingale was born in 1820, and that was her birth anniversary. So it was evident that every May 12th, International Nurses Day was celebrated around the world.
And you were speaking about the activities. Besides the church service, what else do you have planned?
We have the church service planned. We had a health fair, which we attended 80 patients at the Tourism Health Center at Hillsborough. We mainly helped assist patients with diabetes and hypertension. We did with the doctor in attendance. It was very patients attended well, and we realized diabetes and hypertension was the highlight of the day. We had counseling as well, and their patients responded well.
And the Carriacou, speaking of the activities in Carriacou, and what are some of the challenges that our nurses on the sister island face as they go about their daily duties on a regular basis, and that they continue to see and administer help and assistance to patients? What are some of the challenges you face on the sister isle?
The main challenges faced at this time is because of the COVID and the transportation for transferring patients to Grenada. Nurses felt insecure with transferring patients to Grenada by the Coast Guard, especially at nights. Nurses also saw the inequity of salary within the same grade. Nurses also saw no gratuity or pension for nurse after entering the profession after 1983. Nurses saw training opportunities. The financial assistance, they are willing, but the financial assistance from the government, they are looking for financial assistance to do more training opportunities. And at the moment, because of the refurbishing of the hospital, we are faced with some noise pollution, but we are making a sacrifice because to get the work done.
You mentioned training opportunities. What sort of training do the nurses, what are they seeking? What sort of training do they need or want at this time?
Nurses are seeking post-basic education like oncology, nursing, and any other areas that is available. They may want to move on to X-ray tech or nursing education and so forth. But because of financial crisis, they are unable to do so.
And speak to us about the services that you offer at the Princess Royal Hospital in Carriacou. What are some of the services available at the facility, and what do you still need to send or come to the mainland, send patients to the mainland or come to the mainland to get?
Because we have no services at the moment, like X-ray services, and then we offer accident and emergency services. We offer maternal labor / labor and delivery, pediatric nursing, pediatric nursing, medical and surgical nursing, and outpatient clinic. We do outpatient clinic in oncology and nephrology at this time. But other critical cases that must be transferred, like surgical cases, we must transfer them for consultancy at the General Hospital.
And how challenging is that to know that you can't administer all these services in Carriacou, but you still need to come to the mainland? And how you think that can be improved?
Transportation-wise is a problem because the boats, the plane, by air services only run Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for all the services. So there are no transportation on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. However, the Coast Guard is very instrumental in getting the patient done. But these are the challenges we face, especially at nights with the nurses.
Have these things been addressed by those in authority, whether by the Ministry of Carriacou and Petit Martinique Affairs, the Ministry of Health, and have you let them know your concerns, and have they given you any indication as to when these things can be addressed?
The Ministry of Carriacou and Petit Martinique Affairs are aware of the situations, and they are looking forward to assist us as much as possible.
The nurses in Carriacou, what are some of their greatest achievements, you think, or the nursing profession on the Sister Isle? What are some of the greatest achievements in the Carriacou in terms of the services you provide and the way that you do your jobs?
Nurses in Carriacou perform at a very high standard. We have nurses doing ongoing training. Last year we did a lot of online courses even though they had COVID pandemic. We have nurses pursuing bachelor's degree in nursing at the moment, and for courses in Grenada, they are also involved in getting the training once we are informed.
The numbers of nurses, or the number of nurses in Carriacou, are you understaffed? Do you have just enough, or are you seeking more nurses, whether male or female?
We can do with more nurses because of the layout of the hospital. Because of the layout of this hospital, and at nights we need more nurses at the accident emergency and all the other areas. We have pediatrics, so we need a nurse for there. We have maternity, and we have accident and emergency, plus ambulance calls at nights. So I must say that we still need more nurses to perform at high standard.
And any final thoughts, especially as we celebrate International Nurses Day today?
I don't think of it. And we have, as I said, we had a church service, we have the health fair. Today we are celebrating, we have a big ceremony, a small ceremony because of the COVID, and we are appreciating all the nurses by certifying them for the dedication and service to the profession. And we are visiting Petit Martinique. We might visit a couple elderlies at Petit Martinique on Saturday.
And is there any way we can join the celebrations, whether it be virtually, online or so, that people can tune in, especially when you have the ceremony to certify or present certificates to the nurses?
We have Mr. Roll Patterson will be there, we have Diana Isaac, and we have Mr. Kendall will be there. And the Minister of Carriacou and Petit Martinique Affairs will be there.
All right, great. Looking forward to it. So today is the presentation of certificates, and on Saturday, God willing, you're visiting Petit Martinique.
Visiting Petit Martinique, and we'll visit a few elderlies at Petit Martinique as well.
Okay. How are you able to administer services to the Sister Isle of Petit Martinique as well?
There are nurses in Petit Martinique which take care of that. There's a public health nurse and the doctors. There are two doctors visiting on Wednesdays and Fridays.
All right. Thank you very much, Mrs. Hamlet. Appreciate your appearance on the program this morning. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and happy International Nurses Day.
Thank you and all the best.
All right. Enjoy.
All right. Bye-bye.
That was Senior Nursing Officer at the Princess Royal Hospital on the Sister Isle of Carriacou, Miss Theresa Hamlet. We thank her so much for stopping by. It's International Nurses Day. Once again, happy International Nurses Day to all our nurses, mainland, Carriacou, PT Martinique, whichever department you operate in, whichever ward you work at. Happy International Nurses Day. Thank you for the service you provide. It sometimes goes underappreciated or sometimes unnoticed, but nevertheless, please know that most of us really appreciate the service that you do. All of us, as a matter of fact, appreciate the services that you provide and enjoy International Nurses Day. I don't know what to do to tell you all to commemorate. You know, usually I say do this and do that on International Nurse. Smile. Okay, hold on. That is it. No, I can't say smile. I'm afraid that might trigger something. I don't know what to tell all in, and let me think about it over the break. Let me think about it over the break about what to tell you to do to commemorate International Nurses Day. We're going to be right back. Take a break and come back and join Just School Media for this morning's Traffic Cam. It's Good Morning Grenada on Classic and GBN. We'll be right back.
Rev up the boogie, boogie, boogie. Yo, I blind, tell them this. From reaching at the place, we go rev it up with this. We start up the better, rev it up. Start up the better, rev it. Long past them others, long past them dirty. We start up the better, rev it up. Start up the better, rev it. Long past them others. From we reach, we pressing. Gas, 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 gas. Long past them others, long past them dirty haters. Gas, 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 gas. Long past them others, long past them dirty haters.
Hello everyone, I'm Godfrey Augustine. This is an invitation to join me this Wednesday for Release It as we go live on K105 FM, GBN Television 7 and 11, GBN's Facebook page and GBN's YouTube channel. Our discussion will be on the issue of treating as cited in the Representation of the People Act of Grenada, Section 89, 1 and 2, which deals with that issue. It is an election offense, and our guest on the program will be Attorney at Law Cara Shillingford from Dominica, Mr. Ruggles Ferguson from Grenada, and along with me will be Mr. Joseph Lane. Be sure to join us this Wednesday for this special edition of Release It as we deal with the election offense of treating. See you then.
Hey folks, you're invited to tune in to Grenada Music to the World program, hosted by Eugene Gittens on Saturday mornings from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on Classic Radio 105.5, 105.9, Hot FM 98.5, 98.7, GBN TV, and all their social media platforms. The only totally local music program in Grenada, representing all genres of music. So it's Green's Music to the World on Saturday mornings from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on GBN with the music icon himself, Mr. Eugene Gittens. See you then.
Can you spend wisely and have more savings? Yes, you can. Learn more with Money Matters on GBN Television. The Money Matters series explores 12 top ways to save money. In this series, you would learn how to save by setting up your spending money right. Save on vehicle loans, home improvement projects, your credit cards, and even on prescription drugs. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 7:15 for Money Matters, a lighthearted conversation with financial planner Tali Francis. Follow the rebroadcast on Thursdays at 6:50 p.m. and on Sundays at 7:30 p.m. Money Matters is a financial literacy public awareness program sponsored by Republic Bank Grenada.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
There's no better way to start your day than with me on Good Morning Grenada.
Covering everything you need to start your mornings off right. 6:35 a.m. on weekdays on all GBN platforms. Good Morning Grenada, adding a little blossom to your mornings.
We represent 4/7 trade.
Also traffic coming into Tantine.
some drone shots this morning. Let's hear what the traffic is like on the outside.
So welcome to all the viewers of GBN TV, the listeners of GBN Radio. This is your Wednesday morning traffic cam. And we are looking at traffic. Now we are directly looking at traffic right on the Tantine roundabout. Traffic coming down from Lotus Lane and also coming from Springs Paddock. But we see there's a lot of traffic. If you look, there's a lot of traffic coming down Lotus Lane. So motorists can expect traffic delay coming down Lotus Lane this morning. And the traffic on Lotus Lane goes all the way up as far as Knight's Auto World. We have traffic. So motorists should expect traffic delay coming down Lotus Lane this morning. The usual traffic congestion this time of the morning. Also, we've seen a lot of traffic coming from Paddock, coming into Tantine, just around by the Reno Cinema. So good morning again to all the listeners of GBN Radio, those viewers on GBN TV. This morning we are in the air and we are overlooking now traffic coming into Tantine from Paddock. And now we are directly over the Tantine roundabout. And remember, motorists on the roundabout, you give way to traffic on your right. Always give way to traffic on your right. It's a sunny Wednesday morning. And now we'll have a look at traffic coming via the Carriacou Boulevard. And we see traffic right there waiting at the intersection for the warden to give signal so that they can come onto Tantine. And we see there's a smooth flow of traffic on the Carriacou Boulevard. A lot of traffic going into Grandance, but there's a smooth flow of traffic. The congestions only take place when they enter the Alain Francis roundabout to enter into Tantine, just outside what was formerly known as Reno Cinema. Now we're having a look at traffic coming along the Port Highway. Outside of, let's have a look at the traffic coming along the Port Highway. Right, we're seeing there is a smooth flow of traffic. Smooth flow of traffic along the Port Highway this morning. You see the beautiful colors on the port. The beautiful colors on the port. And now we're just giving you a nice, beautiful view of the port and Fort George and part of the Carnage. It's all part of your aerial traffic cam, Just School Media in collaboration with GBN.
right, there was a break in service transmission from our traffic cam this morning, which gave you Sloki. I sent you the video. Right, sorry, we apologize for the cut in traffic cam. There was a break in transmission. You know how the service can get, and with it being a little bit rainy outside, it's kind of expected and anticipated. But nevertheless, you got just a little bit of what's happening on the outside. The video hasn't resumed as yet, but from what I've seen this morning, it appears to be a smooth flow of traffic on the outside. So those of you who use the Tantine areas to get to and from St. George's, you can expect it to be flowing smoothly. You may meet a little traffic jam on the Carriacou area, but for Tantine, it appears to be flowing smoothly. So nevertheless, don't fight up too much, but I just expect a little bit delays. Leave home earlier so you won't have to be rushing. If you end up in a little traffic jam, you could relax. In a little traffic jam, you'll relax because you know you have a lot of time. You understand what I'm saying? All right. So thank you once again to Just School Media for this morning's traffic cam. Every Monday and Wednesday, 7:45 a.m., we bring you different shots or different reports from traffic on the outside. Before we close this morning, Slokes, I hope you have the video already. This morning, as we close, I just want to broadcast a performance delivered by a Grenadian in the... Thank you, Sloki. By a Grenadian in the Panorama event preliminaries held over the weekend. He has made it into the semi-finals. His name is Mikhail Smith. I hope I have it correct. He is a Pan Guru, aka Pan Guru on Facebook. So I just want to give you give you a rebroadcast of his performance that got him a place into the semi-finals of the Panorama competition, representing Grenada 473 strong. Take it away, Slokes. Lord Kitchener's Old Lady Walk a Mile and a Half. That's what he was playing. Did an excellent job. Congratulations, Mikhail Smith. He's into the semi-final of the virtual Panorama. The semi-final is scheduled for Thursday, God willing, and you can catch it online. I know it was on Facebook over the weekend, so feel free to look for it and see how he does among his peers in the virtual Panorama competition. Congratulations to him making it into the semi-final. Looking forward to see what he brings on Thursday, God willing. All right, at this point, now let's get ready for the morning edition of News for Lies. Let me start over. Let's get ready for the BBC's 8 a.m. newscast. Thank you so much for tuning in to Good Morning Grenada. Enjoy the rest of your damp Wednesday. Mommy says Grandance is still dry, but from up here it looks damp and a little bit wet outside. Notice I ain't saying soggy, eh? But whatever kind of day and weather you're experiencing, make it a good one. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, everybody. Bye-bye.